Hello, I'm Bernard Norcott-Mahany. I work at the Blueford branch of the Kansas City Public Library. April is National Poetry Month. This is the year where the Tokyo Olympiad is supposed to happen. And in honor of poetry and the Olympics, I am reading poems by a man named Pindar, who wrote victory odes for people who won at the ancient Olympic Games and at other ancient athletic contests. So he was a professional poet who made his living by basically getting rich people to give him money to compose poems in memory of people who had won at various athletic contests. The Greeks were very big on their reputation and on that reputation surviving. So to get your name on a plaque and then to get some, people would remember you during your lifetime as someone who had won. But you also have you would also get people who were lucky enough to hire someone like Pindar or Bacchylides, who would then compose a victory ode. Now, the people who bet on Pindar were the luckiest of all. We have a bunch of Bacchylides poems, and some of them are victory poems. But in Pindar's case, we have quite a few. We have a 40 or so poems, and the people who bet on Pindar, they were very lucky. Most lyric poetry in the ancient world did not survive, and so here we've got quite a bit. So, poem number 11 is a sort of special poem. It was composed in 476 at Olympia itself, at the actual Olympic festival. And for Hagesidamos of Western Locri for his victory in the boys' boxing. So, it's a very short poem. It's only about 20 lines. And I'm going to be joined by my friend here, Duke. In this poem itself, Pindar actually says that he's going to write a longer poem. Obviously, he would not be able to write a long poem in the moment. He'd have only a few days to compose a poem, and my guess is Pindar is someone who was very meticulous about his work. It took him quite a bit longer time. So this poem promises another poem which we've already talked about yesterday, Olympia 10. So without further ado, Olympia, poem number 11, for Hagesidamos of Western Locri, winner in the boys' boxing. There is a time when men's strongest need is for the winds, and a time for the sky's water, the clouds' showery children. If anyone toils and succeeds, sweet voices of song are paid on account for words to come, and a faithful pledge to surpassing actions. Beyond grudging, this praise is laid up for Olympic victors. Such themes my tongue loves to tend. But it is God who makes a man to flower as his wise mind wishes. Know now, son of Archestratus, Hagesidamos, because of your boxing, I shall sing a sweet song to be a jewel in your crown of gold and olive, and honor the Western Locrians' race. Join there in the revel. I shall give my word, muses, that he will not come to a host that puts strangers to flight, or knows not beautiful things. They stand on wisdom's height, and are soldiers. Its inborn ways neither the tawny fox shall change, nor loud bellowing lions. So that was Olympia, poem number 11, honoring Hagesidamos of Western Locri for victory in the boys' boxing. It's a very short poem. The main part of it is just him promising to do a longer poem at a later date, which he delivered on 2 years later at Locri. See you tomorrow.